Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. So can I ask your name?
My name is Piyush Mittal. I'm from India.
Nice to meet you, Piyush. My name is Cassell.
Same here.
I'm from the United States, Washington, D.C., but at the moment I am in the Philippines. So what part of India are you from?
I'm in North part of India.
The north part. Okay. So can I ask, what is your, I guess, goal or reason for using Cambly?
I have visited around 10 to 12 countries. I was thinking to communicate in foreigners. So English are important for us.
I see, I see. So I guess, where have you traveled to and where will you in future be traveling to?
Come again.
So where will you be traveling in future and where have you been?
Uh, my next trip.
Yes.
My next trip is Thailand, Pattaya
Oh, wow.
city.
I haven't been. Have you been before?
Yes, I have been before around 3 times.
Oh,
My
wow.
fourth visit.
Wow. So do you mostly go for work or for fun or
Only vacation. Only vacation.
only vacation? I see, I see. I actually wasn't aware that English was popular in Thailand.
Yes, sometime some person comfortable in Thai language.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Thai language, but from what I've heard, it does seem a little bit complex. So how do you feel I can best be helpful? Are you mostly interested in just conversation, or is there any
Conversation.
particular area? Okay, okay. Well, please tell me a little bit more about you, what your daily life is like, what you do.
I'm doing job, sales and marketing company, health insurance.
I see, I see. So that sounds like a complex area to work in. I actually I recently got married, and so I was looking into health insurance and learning more about that and kind of figuring it out because I don't know if you've heard in the U.S. it's a big uh, kind of issue, a big problem for young people in the U.S. Health insurance is kind of messed up. So something to learn about and figure out. Um, Do you have any advice for me for if I come to visit India?
India is Indian food are very popular all over the world.
Yes.
Indian cuisine. Not you ever try some Indian food?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, of course, naan, but saag paneer, chicken tikka, tikka masala. All I mean, really really anything Indian food I will eat. I don't usually
And
know.
so spicy. And so spicy.
Yes, yes, it is. But I love it. It's a good spicy. I mean, some foods are spicy and it's just painful, but it's like it melds into the flavor, which I think is really cool. Do you have a favorite or a suggestion?
You visit Taj Mahal
Taj Mahal.
and
Uh,
some other places in New Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, and Kerala. So many beautiful places.
yeah, it's a big country.
Yeah.
Most of the countries I've been to.
Huge people are there. The second largest populated country in the world.
Exactly. uh, so usually when I've traveled to different countries, I've mostly traveled for work. I do a lot of business English teaching, and um, for the most part, I've been in East Asia. So I visited Japan and China, and now the Philippines. Um, but so for me, it was a little bit easier to go to Japan and China because I learned the language in school. And for the Philippines, it was the first place that I had gone to where they don't really, where I don't really speak the language of the country, but most people I've encountered speak English here. So I guess my question would be, since I would like to go to India, do you feel that learning I guess it would be Hindi first would be beneficial, or that I could get by with English?
65% people speak in Hindi and they are
Mhm.
comfortable in Hindi.
Mhm.
And 23 official language are there.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
But second largest English speakable country in the world.
Oh, okay. So I should be okay with English. I mean, of course, I'll learn basics like hello, how are you, things like this. But so this is always my concern. I think it's problematic, but also beneficial for Americans because too often we don't learn other languages or other cultures. I don't know if you feel the same.
Indian people accent are just like a British
Mhm.
English, so populated. And rules have Britisher in India 200 years.
Oh, wow.
And some cultures are just like British, and rules and some rules, regulation, laws are made for Britishers.
I see. I see. So it's kind of like a lot of the rules culture were held over from when the separation.
Some historical flaws made by in Britisher and some empires.
Mm-mm. Well, yeah. I mean, the British had an interesting effect on the world as a whole. Occasionally, I'll see the same thing in the U.S. There will be a rule or some strange habit that exists in the U.S. And if you look into why, it'll be because of British history. But I feel like it doesn't happen too often in the U.S. A little bit more in Canada, I think, because they're still part of the British Commonwealth. But yeah, do you have any questions for me?
You ask me any question, I reply.
Okay. So other than Thailand, is there anywhere you're interested in going?
Come again.
Other than Thailand, is there anywhere that you are interested in going?
In August, I visited in Australia, Sydney.
Oh, wow. I've
Very
never been
nice.
to Australia, so you'll have to tell me how it goes.
Very good. You
Uh,
visit Opera House, Howard Bridge, and also tried jet ski.
oh my God. How did you like jet skiing?
Very nice. A very adventure.
I do have a question if you don't mind. I've heard that I think it's cricket is very popular in India.
Very popular in India and some surrounding countries.
Mm. So I don't know anything about cricket. Can you maybe, if you don't mind, can you tell me how it works?
Just like baseball.
Okay. So the same kind of structure, like a, one person
Similar.
pitch. Okay. I thought it would be more like croquet, maybe.
Indian crazy about cricket.
Yes, I've heard. It is something on my list to learn more about. Do you have a favorite team for cricket?
And Australian team also a good and English country in invent in cricket and
Mm-hmm.
very popular in the world.
Yes, I've heard that. To go back to what you said about Indian food, I've heard that the only ways to get a work visa to go to the UK is either to become an expert in technology or an Indian chef.
Indian person all over the world and so many software engineer, architect, and doctors also in USA and some other countries.
Oh yes, no, I know. I used to work for Google in California, and maybe I would say maybe 30% of people that I met, they were either first or second generation from India. So a large population of people in California. Uh, I guess I have a couple more questions about India recently. I've heard, if it's okay for me to ask, that in the northern area of India recently, there have been some kind of changes to the political structure. I want to say Kashmir.
Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir also in disputed place in Pakistan and India border, and Pakistan claim is our space and India claim is our space.
Right.
Just like North Korea and South Korea.
Yes. I looked into the history a little bit to try and learn more. But I've heard that recently, maybe the past 2 weeks, it's been very difficult for people in this area because of the change.
Just a humor.
Okay.
And realistic position are different.
Okay. Well, I thought I should ask because recently you can't trust the U.S. news. And so you said that you're from the northern area. So I thought maybe I can get more information.
Say it again.
Yeah. So I also wanted to know your perspective of like the U.S. politics recently as well, or also any politics, just to get more different perspectives from different countries, so I can have a wider idea.
Sorry.
No.
I don't like politics.
That's fine. I can understand that.
Hours around 13 hours. I am work for every day. No have a holiday. No have time for this type thing.
Okay. Well, I mean that's the better way to do it. I feel like for people in like I guess my age group and generation, the only thing we ever do is watch like Twitter and YouTube about politics.
I have a no Facebook account. I'm deleted account last 2 years. My
Wow.
coach said this is a time killer.
It is. It definitely is. So I haven't deleted my account. I set it up to only give notifications. So I don't go to Facebook, but Facebook comes to me all the time.
So many time expend this type bullshit.
Yes. Yes. I think so. I have a sister who is 13 years old. And for her birthday this summer, a phone, and now no one ever sees her. So she's always, talking to friends in Facebook, regular teenage life. But yeah, it is a big time killer. So I guess I've asked you a lot about the kind of travel that you have done recently. Is there anywhere that you think that you really would not want to visit?
Not like with it. China.
Yes. Really? Why?
China
So I used to live there.
So cloudy and so polluted country. And Beijing also
That's true.
Very polluted and very polluted country.
Yes, it's very true. It is terrible pollution, especially the
vacation
northern part.
also, and peace of mind and good environment. Just like in crowdy people, then everyone busy and so polluted country.
It's very true. So I was supposed to go back to China this year, but because of the political issues and
Hong
the climate
Kong and
the
Macau. Macau also good, and Hong Kong are very crowdy.
Mm-hmm.
All of
I agree. Hong Kong.